Hi, my loves, and welcome back to the Golden Hour podcast. I'm your host, TheZaiaLove, and I'm so ecstatic, so excited, so overjoyed to be back again with y'all here in this space, y'all, this sacred space that we have created, that we have collectively created. Forget that little whatever that was that just happened, that we have created, y'all. Whoever is in here tapped in with me, I love you. And I really hope that you're doing amazing today. I want you to take a minute to check in with yourself. We are going to skip over the deep breaths because, as y'all can hear, and as y'all probably heard in the previous episodes, that I was a little stopped up. I had a run in with an eyebrow lady at the mall, and she had a little bit of a sniffle going on. I was not y'all, I was not being cautious. I shouldn't have let that lady wax my eyebrows knowing that she over there sniffling. But she done gave me her little sniffle. We at the end of it. But that's why I wasn't so quick with, the weekly episode. Just because y'all, I just had to get better from that. But now we here, now we back, and I'm excited to be in this space with y'all. So we're going to skip over that today. But if you need to pause the video so that you can take your deep breaths to check in with yourself, see how you feeling, please do, my love. Know that all of your emotions, whatever you are feeling in this moment, is valid. And you are allowed to feel exactly the way that you do. All you can do with yourself, all you can do about how you feel is be honest, 100% honest. No shame, no guilt, just pure honesty and pure love for however you are feeling. That is the first step. It's the first indication that you're going the right way. All right, y'all. So right now we're going to get into what we're actually talking about for this episode. Sorry, y'all. I thought I heard something back there. Like, I don't know what that is, but has nothing to do with me. Probably somebody outside cranking on their car, whatever. But yeah, y'all. What I was kind of I didn't know what I wanted to talk about, which is another thing that took me kind of a long time to get the video out. And I'm still kind of like, but I'm gonna just let God's source spirit guide me into it. And I'm just about to start talking, and whoever resonates is who resonates. Okay, so y'all who here, y'all know how he is. I love y'all love me, and we just gonna chit chat. All right, so what I want to think from what God has been giving me, the insights that he's been giving me over the last couple days, over the last week actually, is something about alignment. You know, I was watching Avatar yesterday with my husband, and y'all, I was literally bawling my eyes out. It's been some years since I watched the Avatar, but I was literally crying so hard. I was like, bro, this must be something ancestral. It must be something ancestral. Me just seeing this again after all this time and seeing it through adult eyes, it must be just unlock something ancestral out of me, because I am crying hard. I'm not on my cycle. I'm not pregnant. Like, girl, I'm over here, nose running, eyes just crying a river. I'm like, golly, it's sad, but like something just unlocked out of me. It felt like. So afterwards, I was talking to my husband, and I was like, babe, you know what? What hit me, what really like hit me, was when Jake Sully was at the Tree of Souls, and he had connected his ether to the tree. And he was praying. And he was like, I know that the people are coming. You know that the people are coming. And I know that you chose me for a reason. Oh, y'all, I got chills just now. I know that you chose me for a reason. But I don't know what to do, and I need help. You got to help me. So I can't remember what the girl name was, but the Avatar girl that he ended up falling in love with along the process, and ultimately ended up being with her by the end of the movie. She heard him praying, and she was like, Awa in their case, but God in our case does not takes sides. She only, protects the balance of good and evil. And I was like, that is such a word. And as I keep saying this, I keep getting chills because like it's so true. We like to sometimes, not sometimes, it is in a lot of people's nature as humans, because we don't know everything, because you know we don't know everything. So there is some level of fear that we feel about not knowing everything. And I get it. I get it. But we like to blame God for choices that we have made. Not just for ourselves, but for us as people. We don't realize how much our energy matters, how much our energy actually affects not only ourselves but the world. And you can tell by the choices that people make. It's not to say that everybody is perfect. We all are not perfect, and we all are learning. Everybody is going through their own journey at their own pace. But look at how far people have allowed themselves to be programmed, how far we've allowed ourselves to be programmed. And for the few of us that are trying to break out of that programming, why is there still remnants of the program in there? Okay? Why? Let's just talk about that. That means it runs deep. That means it runs deep. And that is something to be said, because in the Bible, whatever you believe in, but I grew up Christian, so I'm going to refer back to the Bible. In the Bible, it says to not lean on your own understanding. It says that humans have more of the we have dominion over the whole world, for real. Like there's no other creature walking the earth that literally have as much control as we do, which is why God gave us certain authorities, certain powers, you know, because we are supposed to be the ones with the responsibility to help the world. That is our role in it. And it's like, to see where Earth is right now, it's a lot of people who were not doing their due diligence with their energy, was not being balanced with how their energy could affect the world, the rest of the world. And I know that sometimes it can get sometimes it can get a little rough. It can get a little hard, especially when you don't have no control of anything. And it becomes easier to do things out of fear of whatever happening, but it's not our place. It's done got to a point where, excuse me, y'all, it's done got to a point where humans have done torn torn down the whole world pretty much. Animals are displaced, people are displaced, and all for what? For some money, a man-made concept. In Avatar, it really showed me how far people will go. You want to tear down tear down their whole tree over a piece of what? For some money? Kill people for what? What energy is pushing you so hard to feel like you have to be that kind of person? Do you know that your energy can rub off on people? Which leads me, y'all, we like to think that we talk about children in this aspect. Children are so impressionable. Children are so influential. Yes, children are. But you know who also is influential? Adults. Every damn body who is somebody is an influential person. That's why this influencer era, adults are very influential, right? It's no way another adult is making all these adults buy things that they don't need, to really think this kind of way that they don't really like understand for real why they're thinking. Y'all adults are very impressionable, and we forget that. We put it all on the children, right? But they only learning this shit from us, because every single body's impressionable. And energy matters, because most people are impressionable of the wrong things. How many people around here you see holding a vape? How many people around here you seeing eating crazy stuff and it's just normal and they hit you with that YOLO? Yes, you may only live once in this body, but do it mean that you gotta live your life crazy? Do it mean that you gotta make decisions that are against your highest good, that are against your body, that are against your temple? You know what I mean? And that will look different for everybody because everybody's ancestors, everybody's lineage is kind of different. Which the whole food topic, I really don't want to get into that because I feel like it's not it's not a one way street, and I've learned that from my own journey. It's not a one size fit all type of thing. But it just goes to show you, I'm just using it as an example of how influential adults are and how much that the idea of energy and how much our energy affects other people is able to be tampered with. You know, they were able to flip the narrative on what good is, what actually is good, what actually is bad. A lot of people don't know. I honestly had to figure that out for myself. What is good and what is bad? Some things that are good to me are bad to other people. And I have to be okay with some things that are good for me are bad with other people, are bad for other people. Because we're not the same people. I have different desires. I may want different things. And so vice versa with the next person. Right? And that is love. Minding your business. Okay? And still loving on people even though they are different than you. Mind your fucking business. Okay? And it's like, I understand. I understand, right? The fear of somebody or something being different than you. But it's not your business. They're not hurting you. If they're not hurting you, it's not hurting nobody else. Bruh, let them flow. Let them flow. Let them do their own thing and you do your own thing over here, right? And I get it, it's hard. It is because that's something that on my journey to being who I am and not just being who I am and wanting to help myself, but I eventually want to branch out and help other people become their most authentic selves because we all deserve to live in a world, to live in our own realities where we are our authentic selves and we are happy because that raises the frequency. It is so daunting to choose this path because every step of the way, because of the programming, it will bring you face to face with the fact that, oh, am I doing the wrong thing? Because there's so many people that are doing something opposite of you. Opposite doesn't always mean bad. It just means different. And sometimes that is the balance. That is the balance. Your whole life, our whole lives, it's the choice. The choice is the balance. What are you going to choose? Everybody in this world, our whole lives are enwrapped and closed with a divine destiny that was already created, already orchestrated, already written before we even inhabited this body, before we even were born, before we even came here. Okay? God already knew what our mission, what our goal was going to be. We just didn't. And through the conditioning, the program of the world from our parents, sometimes it can make you forget. If you are lucky enough to be tapped in with yourself again at some point in life to see who you are actually again in its entirety, you'll see that you're bigger than the program. But not everybody is going to make that choice because it's a hard choice. It means sometimes that you will have to be alone. It means sometimes that you'll have to be an outcast. It means sometimes that you'll have to validate your own damn self A lot, not even sometimes, a lot of times, you're going to have to trust your path because everybody's path is supposed to be different. Your path, right, is supposed to look exclusive to you, right? Because God is a God of miracles. He wants you to test him. He wants you to test him. He wants you to push the limits. If there is a limit, God wants you to push it so he can show the world that this is possible. Yes, through me, all things are possible. All right. And that will always be the case. Through God, all things will always be possible. But how many people actually are going to choose that? Choose to uphold that? Because it's hard. It's like, God, with my logical mind, know that 2 plus 2, this 2 plus 2 you showing me do not equal 4. Okay, but God said, it do, baby. It equal 4. So you know who I am. You better show these people we're gonna do together. You better. And guess what? If you believe that God can work miracles through you, you will get over that fear of looking crazy like Noah did, and you will let God do his amazing work through you. But that's why they say not many people will answer the call. Many are called, but few are chosen. And it's like, that is the balance between good and evil. Are you gonna choose to take control of the situation and allow your energy to how can I say this? To push the agenda of fear, of negativity? Or are you gonna allow your energy to be a divine caveat into God's will for the greater uplifting of the world, to balance out the good and evil in the world until there is only good? Right? What are we gonna choose? Because yes, with this side where you're in control, you can see where the story goes. But with this side where God is the one who is in control, you may not be able to see the whole road straight, baby. But when you got the Most High, the Creator, on your side, you got to know that even though you can't see it, God will. He sees it from every realm, every dimension. And he going to make sure, right, that your story is golden. He wrote it. If you can envision it with your mind, baby, God is going to make that vision 1,000 times better. But are you going to trust him in order for him to give that to you? And that is hard. It takes literally jumping off a cliff and knowing that he is going to catch you. Knowing that he will catch you every single time. And it's going to be for his glory that he like, yeah. You see that? That's what happened. My daughter trusts me. My son trusted me. And this is what happened. This is what you could get. It gives the people hope. Hope is one of those things that's in conjunction with love. The opposite of love is fear. It gives people hope, and hope is very close to love. And it leads them to their own path, their own walk with God, so that people can see that it doesn't matter that my path looks different, because people try so hard. They want to look at somebody else sheet. They want to look at somebody else paper to make sure that they're doing the right thing. Baby, what is right and wrong? What is God telling you? What is your spirit team leading you to do? And it's easier said than done, but only you know what you need to do for your path. Only you know where God wants to take you, because it's in you. It's always been in you. It's encoded in you, right? I'm going to take a sip of my tea. That felt good. It's been in us from the very beginning. And it's like, are you going to play it small? Or are you going to let God make you big? We all have that in ourselves. We have our shadow aspect. I know y'all see my shadow back there, y'all. It comes with you. You are the light, but you have shadow aspects about you. You have a little bit of darkness about you, and it's okay. Loving yourself in your entirety is knowing that you are both spirit, you are both soul, and you are human, right? And it's loving yourself here in all facets, even the things that aren't the best. Because we are on a journey, a never ending journey in being human. While we're here to learn, and to grow and be better. And are you going to trust yourself? Or are you going to use somebody else as a blueprint to see, okay, am I doing the right thing? Let God work through you, babe. Let God work through you. You are exactly what the world needs. Your story is exactly what the world needs. Everything about you, even the parts that you feel like are cringy, the parts of you that you feel like people won't like, babe, they are all beautiful. Cause everybody is sometimes is the way that they are for a reason. And some of that reason is not their fault. And I don't know why just hearing the end of that song made me want to say that the world is ours. And we are everything and more just because we are. Just as God said, I am. And you cannot explain something that just is. We just are, and we are worthy of everything because we just are. Always and have been. We got to start exiting ourselves out of having everything and more, out of being everything and more, out of allowing God to give us things, to give us the life that we deserve, the life that we desire, to use us to our fullest and highest capabilities, potentials, because we have already decided that we are not worthy of it. We are, you are, I am, we are, babe. Okay, we are. Okay, I'm talking to you. Yes, we are. We are, and I need you, babe, to be so loving to yourself, be so kind to yourself. Honor the goddess within you. Honor the God within you. Do you know who created you? Yes, please act like you know that you come from the Most High God. Please act like you know, because you do. And you have a divine mission here to balance out the good and the bad. Which are you going to choose? Walking in your lower path or walking in your highest path? Walking in your lowest potential or walking in your most divine, highest potential? What are you going to choose? The choice is always up to you. One thing about it, the Most High is a gentleman, and he will never impose. It's up to you what you're going to choose. And in this season, I really hope and pray that we choose to walk into everything that God has for us, because it will be beautiful. No matter how scary, no matter what we have to let go of, know that everything that is happening is for your highest good. Every single thing. It does not matter. Your story matters. You are here because you matter in the grand scheme, the grand collective. And no, you do not have to have a bad story. You don't have to have a bad story. That is not what God desires for you. Okay? So please, y'all, let's please trust that we are here for a divine reason. Not just to be no freaking martyr. Not just to be no freaking hero, but to thrive and to live and to be in love and to be in joy and to be in bliss. All these things are possible for us too. What will you choose? Y'all, that was a lot. I really, to be honest, I don't even remember what I said. I really hope that it makes sense at the end. I feel like I said at the beginning that I was just gonna be letting God speak through me. So I really hope that resonated for somebody. I really hope that it helped everybody. I really hope that it helped you if you're watching. I love you. I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Finish drinking my tea. But baby, sister, honey child, I love you. We family here. So until next time, love you. Peace.